Hello, Virgo. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Star Tarot by Kathy McLeland. Here is the website for Kathy McLeland if you're interested. Feel free to freeze frame if you want it, of course. Of course. Supportive Oracle Cards, Wisdom of the Hidden Realms by Colette Baron Reed. There's some websites on the back of here. Feel free to freeze frame if you want any of those websites, but there's a few more over on the back of the book. There's a picture of Colette, and her website, ColetteBaronReed.com, is there. I think there's a different couple other websites back there too if you're interested. Feel free to check that out if you want to. If you want to. What do we have for Virgo? I'm already like, oh. This is hot cold. Right off the bat, hot cold. Thing is, we're going from cold into hot, which I think is good. Maybe warm. It's a good energy. We're going from a rough energy to a good energy. We're gonna do the oracle cards. I just kind of want to have this need to just sit back and go, eh. It's fine. Ooh, it's gonna go well. There's a little bit of a divide between you and whatever you're dealing with, I'm noticing right off the bat. There might have been an argument. And somebody walked away. It seems to be that's how it's starting. The energy, I don't know, can we have a little bit more with that Queen of Swords? Because this, you needed to say something. And I think you did. You know, everybody has their point, right? You just have their tipping point where they've had enough, and then, there you go. We all have their point, you know what I mean? So, and it's trying to get forward. You're trying to move forward, and you're just trying to do what you do best, and you're like, I can't put up with this anymore. I feel like it's like, I can't put up with this anymore, and you may not have planned to say it the way you said it, but you said something is what I'm getting, and somebody kind of walked away. I mean, it's a general read, take it with a grain of salt, of course. Somebody walked away, but you didn't say anything that wasn't true. The way it was said might have been a little rough, but it's still true. I feel like it was still true. And it came through with some force, is what I'm getting with this Ace of Wands. So if this reading is hitting, it sounds like you said something, or maybe you're about to say something, and it's going to come through with a lot more force than expected. Either that, or if you already did do it, it came through with a lot more force than expected. But I feel like you're fed up. You've had it. And it's like, I can't do this anymore. I have plans. There's things I want to do, and I'm not here for this. This is screwing my plans up, and I feel like it came off. This is helping. Ironically, with the Ten of Swords, I have a feeling at first to you it doesn't feel like it's helping. It's kind of like, no, I upset them. It was true. It was what I think, but it didn't have a really good outcome. That's what I'm kind of feeling here. I told them the truth. It was a really good It really wasn't the best outcome. It was the truth, though. This isn't bad. Because when this person walks away, I feel like this is good because they might be really thinking about where they want to be and where they want to go, and do they really match up with you, whatever this is. Whatever connection they have, business, personal, whatever it is, I think they're going to step back and there's going to be a pause between you and whoever this is. I don't think it's an ending. I think it's a pause. And I think it's a very eventful pause in the sense of like they're processing what you said. The way you said it, I do feel like it was very strong, but maybe that's what it needed to happen this time, to make an impact. Maybe this just needed to happen. It's probably not an every time thing, but in this situation, maybe it's going to have a benefit. Because I feel like it says a lot. Like, I don't think this is your normal communication. It feels like it's not your normal way of communicating. And when you said what you said, it made an impact. And it gets this person really thinking about where you're standing. But this is also the Virgo card, so it's like I feel like they're really accepting and seeing it from your view and why you feel the way you feel, and that, like, you know, you got to be honored just as much as they do. This, you made an impression. New decisions are being pulled forward. The next season could be your season. It's funny because I'm recording this in the spring, and I'm like, well, technically next season isn't your season yet, but we may be working towards your season. I think that's why they're showing that. The seasonal card here is Sisters of the Seasons. Next season, I don't know. Maybe that was wrong. I don't know. You're working towards, this might work towards, or they might work towards making this more likable or making this better for you. They're making long-term decisions and stable decisions, which is definitely a Virgo positive. Yes, please do that. Please make things stable, rational, do things the way they should be done, not all over the place. So they're making more calculated, more long-term decisions. They're taking their time making these decisions. This is also very good. The Empress here, I think you put it in balance. Usually when the Empress is out of balance, they're taking care of everybody and not themselves. Sometimes when the Empress is out of balance, sometimes it seems like it's more rare. They're doing more for themselves than anybody else. And that also puts the Empress out of balance. The Empress, when the Empress is in balance, and don't get caught up in the gender, but it's just saying the person here, when they're really in balance, they're a community, like they might be leading the way, but they take care of themselves and everybody else just as much. They look out for a lot of people, but they also look out for themselves in the mix. And it's like a balance. There's a good balance to it. They're not taking too much. They're not giving too much. It's a very good balance. And I feel like this is going into balance the way it needs to be. Especially with that seasons, like I feel like this makes me feel like, you know, we've gone through a few rough seasons. We haven't had enough food. It's been a little cold. So it's kind of like, all right, wait a minute. We're going to plan better. We're going to save, and we're going to conserve a little differently. We're going to either fix the dwelling we're in to make it more suitable for when the weather gets colder next time around, or we're going to find a different dwelling. We're going to spend our money more wisely and buy different things. We're not going to just spend it all on the holidays and then scrimp and save to make ends meet afterwards. We're going to do this differently. This is somebody who's like, okay, the way we've been doing it, it's like either good or really bad, but now let's even it out. So it's always fairly good. It's like, no, we're never really struggling. Maybe it goes up and down a little bit, but it never has these dramatic ups and downs. We have these dramatic highs and dramatic lows. We don't want to do that anymore. Something about dramatic highs and lows is balancing out here. Like, sometimes things are better than others, but it shouldn't be such a dramatic high versus its crushing low. That's not so good, in my opinion. You've also highlighted a shortcoming for them. They know, whatever you highlighted for them, they do know, but they don't seem to address it very often. Now they are. The prison waif in the Eight of Swords. It just feels like it's something where whatever they're doing, it's like for me, I'm going to say for me, sugar doesn't do well for my body. It causes issues, causes migraines and stuff. It's kind of getting on, like, realizing I can't keep doing that. I can't keep handling that haphazardly. Can't just keep taking certain medication just to get around it. That's going to cause a different problem. Got to get more on ball with it. And I feel like the Eight of Swords is actually working here. You're telling them the way they're doing things is not working out long term. This is not going to actually work. And the prison waif, the way these are actually two positive cards for this person, which is very interesting. It's kind of like just putting reality right in front of them. Like, keep going that way, that's your outcome. Just be sure you want it. you go over this way, takes a minute to get used to it, that outcome, much better outcome. That outcome, you won't have problems. This outcome, it takes a little more effort, but it's going to take you some time to get used to it, but that's going to have the outcome you actually want. For some reason, you highlighted a shortcoming on their side that they really need to get under control. They know you're right. I don't know if you knew that. Like, I don't know if you knew that they knew. Does that make sense? They know you're right. I don't know if you realize that they know you're right. That's where I'm trying to go with that. Like, that they're acknowledging it. Yeah. They have to kind of pull their head out of the clouds a little bit here. I'm getting like, the Dreamweaver makes me think I'm thinking of something in a false way in this situation, because it's coming in like what's not working. It does say illusions on it. The Nine of Wands, is that the 9? Yep. Holding strong to something that's not, it's not really based in reality. Is that the Fool card? Yeah, the Fool. This is just thinking, it'll work itself out. I don't have to worry about it. No, they do need to worry about it, whatever it is. And you push that right forward, and it's important, and it's good. It needed to happen. It needed to happen. I keep looking at this because I feel like you're going to look at it, but the way I brought it forward, the way you brought it forward made an impact, and an impact needed to happen. I'm not saying good, bad, or indifferent. I'm just, when this reading's coming forward, if this is hitting with you, once in a while it has to get a little harsh, and I feel like it needed to get harsh this time. Now, it's going to go into a period of quietness, but I like it with the Cosmos talks about, to me it's a lot like the World card, things working together overall the way they need to. It may not seem like it in the moment, but things are actually working very well. It may not feel like it, but things are actually working very well. The Five of Swords for you, kind of like, why'd I even bother saying anything? That's kind of like, I made my point, but for what? Like, where does it, for what? That's kind of how I'm feeling. Like, yeah, I made the point, I was right. And it seems like maybe they got it, but did it really get me anywhere? Yeah, it will. There's a period of, quietness. Did I show the Hanged Man before? Because it's going to go on. It's good that it's taking this moment because they're thinking this through. And when it returns back to you, I think this is the outcome. The outcome I really like personally. It's going to be perfect. And I feel like that seems unreasonable or unlikely or unbelievable until it happens. Because I get the Ace of Cups with the Three of Cups, getting along with this person a lot better, them understanding and seeing it your way and doing it your way. You're persevering through this situation, and it is correcting. It's going where it needs to go. They just have to make peace with it. Them pulling back is absorbing your energy and really thinking it through. And when they return back towards you, they're going to be looking to make it right. And this is like, you're going to persevere through this. This is great. This is a really good moment. So, is there anything else I should really say with this? Like, if it does work out, it doesn't feel like it till it actually happens. I acknowledge it. It's not going to feel like it till it actually happens. All right. I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below with the same email. Thank you again for watching, and have a great day.